On your travels around YouTube, you may have come across videos claiming to have uncovered a hidden agenda at one of the world's most famous video game developers, Naughty Dog. These videos suggest, among other things, that the people working over at Naughty Dog are trying to force us gamers into accepting crazy things, like that women can kick ass and that lesbians aren't mythological creatures. And they are doing this by putting them in video games we don't have to buy if we don't want to.
What's clear from these videos is that people behind them are too scared of Sony's best known developer to truly expose them for what they really are. But here at Twisted Bar Gaming, the only thing we're scared of is the fragility of human life and the inevitable march towards death. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Naughty Dog's full hidden agenda exposed.
The world of The Last of Us is a terrifying place. It's overrun by flesh-eating fungus humans, and the people that are left are even more dangerous, as their desperation to survive leads them to commit horrific acts of violence. But that doesn't mean that we can completely disregard basic traffic laws, Naughty Dog. Look at the stop sign. You can't even see the stop anymore. And you know what's gonna happen? Little Timmy and Sadie are gonna come running along on their daily avoid being murdered dash home from school, and they're gonna get hit by a driver who didn't see the stop sign. It's so clear that not only do Naughty Dog not care about the children, they are actively advocating for them to be put into dangerous situations.
You'd think that creating a world that is completely overtaken by nature would be enough for the good people over the LA-based game studio. But oh no, this is Naughty Dog we're talking about, and their agenda goes even deeper than this. This scene may look like your average post-apocalyptic barn dance, but look at those light bulbs. It's clear by how poorly they are lighting the room that these are energy-saving light bulbs. How is that even practical? What if someone drops something and they really need to find it? What if they get invaded by clickers and they need to run away? All you're going to be left with is corpses and any survivors with slightly bruised shins from running into obstacles they can't bloody see. Just another example of Naughty Dog's agenda being more important than common sense. Madness.
We've known for a very long time that Naughty Dog will do everything they can to make sure that they are completely happy with their games before they release them, regularly delaying them to polish them as much as possible. Now you may think that this is just good business. A delayed game can come good, but a bad game is bad forever. But this hunt for perfection has a much more sinister purpose. They want you to buy their games not because they are proud of their art or because they have a story to tell, but because they want to control your tiny little brain. Do you ever ask yourself why Nathan Drake was so happy-go-lucky and fun to play as? They wanted to give you a character through which you could live out a fantasy of carefree freedom, to pull you away from the realities of your sad existence. And in The Last of Us, they prey on your fears and remind you that the world is a scary place for those who don't stay in line. You shouldn't be surprised. The Illuminati have been playing these tricks on us for generations. Look closely. Do you see the vein on this super muscled arm? It forms the shape of a pyramid, and lots of the people in this trailer have another key symbol of the Illuminati: eyes. The way you only see this pyramid while she grips the hammer says oh so clearly, do not get in our way or we will end you.
And then, dun dun dun! There's a kiss.
Yeah, about that. It's really nice to see Ellie so happy. And even though something terrible's probably going to happen to Dina, we really hope that the time they spend together is enough to show that no matter how horrible things get, there'll always be something worth clinging on to. And what a place for them to show off that scene. E3, when the eyes of the world are watching, you have one of the most beloved characters in video games sharing a moment of surprise passion with another woman, and someone who, even though we've only just met, seems to be so important to Ellie. We can't think of a time we've ever seen a video game trailer that puts so much of a focus on pure emotion, and wow, holy shit. I think we've found Naughty Dog's true hidden agenda to create believable characters that we can grow to love, because even though they might be different to us, they share the same range of emotions and—
Oh, shut up! Your well-reasoned and impassioned words have no place on the internet.
Now you might be wondering who is behind all of these terrible tricks that Naughty Dog is playing on us. Well, there is only one man that we can pin all of this on. Naughty Dog Vice President and Creative Director of The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2, Neil Druckmann. But why does Neil want to shove his relentless agenda down our throats? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the answer is very simple. Neil isn't a man. He's not even a human. Neil Druckmann is in fact a root vegetable disguised in human form. We first became suspicious of Neil when he was startled by a giant vegetable peeler during a panel at PSX. We then launched a thorough investigation, stealing a lock of his flowing hair from his fancy hairdresser for genetic testing. That is when we discovered the horrible truth, that Neil Druckmann is in fact more turnip than man. Shocked? Don't worry. We were too when we found out, but now that we know, it's so obvious. We've always been sure that sentient vegetables walked among us, but we didn't know their purpose on this earth until right now. They are clearly here as undercover agents from an alien planet to corrupt our children and bring the human race under their control. This is Naughty Dog's true agenda.
When the end comes and the entire human race is subservient to sentient vegetables, don't say we didn't warn you. What you do with what you now know is up to you.